Alright, so here we are. It's been 2 or 3 weeks since I last did a video. Not because I haven't been playing the game, but because I got bored with the events. Now, that might sound like a complaint that I got bored with the events, but to be fair, I was still playing the game. I just didn't think it was good content. I'm not even sure this is going to be good content. Not sure that people watch them for the content per se anyways. I think there's probably multiple reasons. But the week 2 of the event is out, and for the leaderboard, the goal is hit 25k and get yourself a Titanic if you're in the top 1,000. I thought I had a shot. I went ahead and I got myself some of the new enchants and went at it on Saturday with the multiple restarts, etc. It didn't go very far for me on Saturday. So Sunday, I decided to give it my best, and I hit level 20,000. Once I hit 20,000, for anybody out there who has already hit 20,000, you understand what happens. It now takes 400 trillion to get a level, and you don't get the orbs from the raids nearly as frequent. So I decided, alright, there's no way I'm going to get in the top, call it 500. Not really sure if I'd hit that top 1,000 to get the Titanic. So decided I would change my approach, went over and reset all of my orbs. And I did this last night. So showing you here what I did, I decided that let's go for the Titanic chest luck and the huge chest luck first. Then I went for the Titanic chance and the huge chance off the boss. Figure that is going to give me more of an opportunity to try and get a Titanic than making the leaderboard. I tried really hard last week's event and did not even make the leaderboard, sadly. So the good thing about resetting this, you don't lose any of your orbs. They just go back into your upgrades here, so you can play around with it as much as you want. I messed around a couple of times until I figured out how many pets I wanted to have. At one point I had 30 some here. I don't need that many pets. I did get the new enchant, the mega chest, whatever it is, and sure, that was cool. That worked great until you hit level 20k. Once I hit level 20k, I decided I was going to unload my extras. That's where my gems came from. So in the raid, let me just create a new one here, and I am in a private server in Void, because the key for the auto raid is a private server in Void. I'll go ahead and start it. I'm going to stop it then. I'm not going to let it go the whole time. But what happens in the spawn world is I keep getting stuck on walls and random places, and it should teleport you to the next room, but even that has stopped working after the update last night, which was coincidentally about 5 minutes after I sold my extra enchants, where they announced they were doing triple damage, whatever experience, whatever the buff was that still is making it incredibly too difficult, and I'd already rebalanced, and I can grind all week for the leaderboard when I don't even know how many people are already at that top 1,000 mark. You don't find out until you get there. Or I can upgrade my Titanic chest and then the boss chest as well as the huge and go for it that way. Some people have said the egg at the end is just a ploy to get you distracted from doing the raids with the multipliers. During the first round, I got more than enough of whatever that huge was. I don't even remember its name now. Lucki, whatever it was. As well as variants of it. The only variant I didn't get was a regular shiny and a gold shiny. So I guess there were 2 variants I didn't get. I did manage to get 2 of the rainbow shinies, and a rainbow, and some golds, and plenty of regulars. The piece with doing the raid and trying to just get the Titanic. Oddly enough, right after I did it, one of the people that we game with actually pulled a golden Titanic leprechaun dog. And so that was kind of cool. There were, a few of us online playing when that happened in the server. So it was neat to see that it actually worked. It was just coincidental with the timing that it was right after I changed up my loadout. The enchants that I'm now using, which I get it, I don't need the super magnet, but I'm having the super magnet on because I just feel like when those eggs pop at the end, if I don't have it on, I may not get it. Now, I've got the huge that way without the enchant there, but still, whatever, it's not a big deal if I have that in there or not. Plus, I don't have to forget then, but 3 of the regular chest breakers, the mega chest breaker, 1 treasure hunter, a corruption, tap teamwork, and happy pets. The other thing I'll say is if you're doing the manual raids, make sure you come over and you'll see as you come into this room, off to the right behind these pots of gold on the first chest, there's the lever. This is what activates heroic mode for the boss chest. You can see it goes pretty quick once you get your level up and get your orbs to where you want them based on what you're doing. Obviously, if you're trying to make the leaderboard, best of luck. If you haven't hit level 20 yet, and by that meaning 20,000, I don't think you're going to do it. Just based on how many people have already hit the 25, and if you go out onto the interwebs, you'll see the people out there commenting. I started my strategy yesterday. There are plenty of other people that are throwing it out there, trying to claim to be first. I don't know who was first. Doesn't really matter. When you come into the second, again, it's over to the right. For the second chest, throw that lever between the 2 waterfalls, pop this open. Now this chest is rainbow and heroic. Then off to the final room, take care of this. Once you go into the last room, this is where I actually like the auto raid because I don't have to go over and click these. Now granted, auto raid's not going to do anything that requires a key. So you have to, just miss out on the leprechaun chest if you have the keys. But if you're doing it manual, the lever is to the left of the door there. And that's a pretty sad egg chance at 76. Best I've seen so far that personally was a 329. Throw the lever, go over, do the heroic boss. Now, you can get the Titanic lucki angelus from this, I believe. I'd have to look and see which one it is. But it escapes me. If you go to the dev blog and you just search dev blog PS99, it'll come right up. That'll actually tell you a lot of information you need to know for these updates when they come out. You'll see that breaks relatively fast. It's just a matter of, do you want to sit here and take the time to grind through this manually? I'll do it every so often. What I find myself doing more often is letting the auto raid go, and when I get to the end, I'll just turn off auto raid. I'll flip the last lever, and I will go ahead and do the last boss chest. The one thing with that is, from the first boss chest, you get the lower half of the key. From the second boss chest, you get the upper half of the key. You need a key to get that third and final boss chest where you have a chance at a Titanic. So you kind of got to do the other chests if you want to do that last chest. If you've watched it this long and you don't have access to a private server, just comment your username, PS99, and then your username. So those simple 4 characters and your username, I'll add you. That way you can go from the spawn world to the void world via my private server, and you'll be able to run auto raid pretty much flawlessly. Occasionally it still gets stuck. The only thing I ask is, right, the people in that spawn world are going to be people like you and me. And so be nice. and just use it as your pass through. If you want to stay and hang out for a little bit, that's cool too. But I'm willing to bet there will be no comments and nobody will be added. But I've got plenty of room in my friends. I clean house on that quite often. As you'll notice here, until corruption kicks in, this chest is a little bit more difficult during the heroic mode than if you're just in regular. Again, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. The events are cool. It's a great chance at a lot of different huges and ways to get those huges from the chests, as well as obviously free-to-play Titanics. Those are very hard to get, even as a pay-to-win player. While we're doing this, I wonder if I think I might have a couple of eggs. Might as well open them. Oh yeah, a whole 2 eggs. I did get the huge something out of here. And I do like the snail. I think the snail is my favorite. I don't know. I have no idea what the next update's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Limbo World, the way that things repeat. That would be kind of funny. I believe that we probably will not see another event until Easter. And so we'll stay tuned for that. If you get to Titanic, hey, congratulations, especially if you get it from the leaderboard. I decided to shift my strategy and throw in the towel on that. But good luck.